हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम बैक टू माय चैनल। आज का टॉपिक है सेल, फंडामेंटल यूनिट ऑफ लाइफ। वीडियो स्टार्ट करने से पहले चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लीजिए और बेल आइकन को प्रेस कर दीजिए ताकि आगे आने वाले वीडियोस का नोटिफिकेशन आपको टाइमली मिल सके। तो वीडियो को स्टार्ट करते हैं। दैट बिल्डिंग्स आर मेड ऑफ ब्रिक्स। सिमिलरली द बॉडीज ऑफ लिविंग ऑर्गेनिजम्स आर मेड ऑफ tiny units called cells. Cells can be seen only under the microscope. Some organisms are made of only one cell. The cell is enclosed by a thin outer boundary called the cell membrane. Most cells have a distinct centrally located spherical structure called the nucleus. The nucleus is surrounded by a jelly-like substance called cytoplasm. Plasma membrane or cell membrane. This is the outermost covering of the cell that separates the contents of the cell from its external environment. The plasma membrane allows or permits the entry and exit of some materials in and out of the cell. It also prevents movement of some other materials. The cell membrane, therefore, is called a selectively permeable membrane. Cytoplasm. It is the it is the jelly-like substance present between the cell membrane and the nucleus. Various other components or organelles of cells are present in the cytoplasm. These are mitochondria, Golgi bodies, ribosomes, etc. It is an important component of the living cell. It is generally spherical and located in the center of the cell. It can be stained and and seen easily with the help of a microscope. Nucleus is separated from the cytoplasm by a membrane called the nuclear membrane. This membrane is also porous and allows the movement of materials between the cytoplasm and the inside of the nucleus. The nucleus contains chromosomes which are visible as rod-shaped structures only when the cell is about to divide. Chromosomes contain information for inheritance of characters from parents to next generation in the form of DNA molecules. Chromosomes are composed of DNA and protein. DNA molecules contains the information necessary for constructing and organizing cells. Functional segments of DNA are called genes. In a cell which is not dividing, this DNA is present as a part of chromatin material. Chromatin material is visible as entangled mass of thread-like structures. Whenever the cell is about to divide, the chromatin material gets organized into chromosomes. The nucleus plays a central role in cellular reproduction, the process by which a single cell divides and forms two new cells. It also plays a crucial part along with the environment in determining the way the cell will develop and what form it will exhibit at maturity by directing the chemical activities of the cell. In some organisms, like bacteria, the nuclear region of the cell may be poorly defined due to the absence of a nuclear membrane. Such an undefined nuclear region containing only nucleic acids is called a nucleoid. Such organisms whose cells lack a nuclear membrane are called prokaryotes. Organisms with cells having a nuclear membrane are called eukaryotes. Cell organelles. Every cell has a membrane around it to keep its own contents separate from the external environment. Large and complex cells, including cells from multicellular organisms, need a lot of chemical activities to support their complicated structure and function. To keep these activities of different kinds separate from each other, these cells use membrane bound little structures within themselves. This is one of the features of the eukaryotic cells that distinguish them from prokaryotic cells. Some of these organelles are visible only with an electron microscope. First organelle is endoplasmic reticulum. The endoplasmic reticulum is a large network of membrane bound tubes and sheaths. It looks like long tubules or round or oblong bags, that is vesicles. The endoplasmic reticulum membrane is similar in structure to the plasma membrane. There are two types of endoplasmic reticulum: rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. RER looks rough under a microscope because it has particles called ribosomes attached to its surface. The ribosomes, which are present in all active cells, are the sites of protein manufacture. The manufactured proteins are then sent to various places in the cell depending on need using the endoplasmic reticulum. The smooth endoplasmic reticulum helps in the manufacture of fat molecules or lipids, important for cell function. Some of these proteins and lipids help in building the cell membrane. This process is known as membrane biogenesis. Some other proteins and lipids function as enzymes and hormones. Although the endoplasmic reticulum varies greatly in appearance in different cells, it always forms a network system. Golgi apparatus. The Golgi apparatus, first described by Camillo Golgi, consists of a system of membrane bound vesicles arranged approximately parallel to each other in stacks called cisterns. These membranes often have connections with the membranes of endoplasmic reticulum and therefore constitute another portion of a complex cellular membrane system. The material synthesized near the endoplasmic reticulum is packaged and dispatched to various targets inside and outside the cell through the Golgi apparatus. Its function includes the storage, modification, and packaging of products in vesicles. In some cases, complex sugars may be made from simple sugars in the Golgi apparatus. The Golgi apparatus is also involved in the formation of lysosomes. Third organelle is lysosomes. Structurally, lysosomes are membrane bound sacs filled with digestive enzymes. These enzymes are made by rough endoplasmic reticulum. Lysosomes are a kind of waste disposal system of the cell. These help to keep the cell clean by digesting any foreign material as well as worn out cell organelles. Foreign materials entering the cell, such as bacteria or food, as well as old organelles, end up in the lysosomes, which break complex substances into simpler substances. Lysosomes are able to do this because they contain powerful digesting enzymes capable of breaking down all organic material. During the disturbance in cellular metabolism, for example, when the cell gets damaged, lysosomes may burst and the enzyme digest their own cell. Therefore, lysosomes are known as the suicide bags of a cell. Mitochondria. Mitochondria are known as the powerhouses of the cell. Mitochondria have two membranes coverings. The outer membrane is porous while the inner membrane is deeply folded. These folds increase surface area for ATP generating chemical reactions. The energy required for various chemical activities needed for life is released by mitochondria in the form of ATP molecules. ATP is known as the energy currency of the cell. The body uses energy stored in ATP for making new chemical compounds and for mechanical work. Mitochondria are strange organelles in the sense that they have their own DNA and ribosomes. Therefore, mitochondria are able to make some of their own proteins. Vacuoles. The vacuole is the membrane bound space found in the cytoplasm. It contains water, sap, excretory product, and other materials not useful for the cell. The vacuole is bound by a single membrane called tonoplast. सो गाइज ये था आज का टॉपिक. आई होप आपको वीडियो पसंद आई होगी. प्लीज़ इसे लाइक एंड शेयर ज़रूर कीजिए. थैंक्स फॉर वॉचिंग.